On schedule all day long. My name is Anthony Parnell. I'm a meteorologist the chief meteorologist over at Global News. And it's kind of important, obviously, the weather plays a big role with this project, Winter Survival from Engage and Change. And it is not that cold today. It's still cold if you're out on the streets for more than an hour or two and you're not prepared with the right supplies. And that's kind of where we came in. It's going to be much colder in the days and weeks ahead. In fact, by late January, you don't want to hear this, but this is going to be some of the coldest air we've had in a long time coming our way. And the kits that we packed today, over 3,500 of them, are going to make a huge difference. It's an unnecessary, or it's a necessary thing. We wish it wasn't that way, but these kits can be the difference between surviving a cold night on the streets or perhaps not. So we're really thankful for that. And of course, as a meteorologist, I kind of know what's ahead. You can't do anything about the weather, but we can forecast it. And it does look, it's already been a snowy winter. It looks like it's going to become a cold winter as well as we go through the next few weeks. So I've been around since early this morning. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been here working with Jody for almost 20 years now, since I started at Global. So it's been a long time. This is the 27th year of Project Winter Survival. So I am going to introduce Jody right now. Jody Steinhauer, to say a few words from Engage and Change, and really the one who puts this all together along with a lot of other volunteers as well.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm going to get you some B-roll with the first year.
You should, yeah.
Anyways,
Wait. I didn't introduce my dogs. This is Storm, the weather dog. He's 15. He's got a couple of years as well. I'm so sorry, Storm. He hates it when I forget about him, but he has been helping pack these kits as well. So now I'll pass it to you.
Perfect. Thank you, Storm. Want to thank, first of all, everybody here. Take a look around at all the incredible people. And, put your hands up if you've been here before. Yeah, I mean, we have people returning year after year. Behind me are the champions, the people who put this on. There's so many incredible companies that come together year after year on a Saturday. But here's the message. We do not want to be doing this. Nobody chooses to be homeless. Nobody chooses to be unhoused. And who knows the solution to being homeless or in a house? Yell it out. It's one word.
Housing.
That's right. And guess what? Our MPP, Michelle Cooper, is here, and she just heard us, and she's taking this back. Michelle, let's fix this problem together, all right? Thank you for coming out on your Saturday and being here to support us. So I have an incredible board of 4, Rhonda? 5. Rhonda, myself, her husband, my husband, Jaden. We're all business people. This is all volunteer work. So the message is we need lots of help, because sadly the numbers are through the roof. There was over 30,000 kits requested. 30,000 kits. And if we had everybody's email right and they hadn't changed jobs, it would have been a lot larger. As we speak, there's 207, I believe, agencies that are being carried through for the police, traffic, volunteers. It's a well-oiled machine. And these kits are getting out within the next 3 hours. This warehouse will be emptied. It'll be on the streets. And they will be getting to those people who can't find a shelter bed, who can't find a place to sleep, who are being told they can't sleep where they do. And these are the difference between life and death. So all of you, think about that when you go home tonight and go to sleep and have a roof over your head. This is the year of kindness and gratitude. And I am just I have no words for all of you. So I really, really want to just thank you for everything you do and for all the people who come out year after year. All right, so let's get this going. I have a new friend, and I want to introduce Inspector Benoit from 13 Division to say a few words, because many people don't know the role the police play in the unhoused.
This is such a valuable opportunity for the officers in 13 Division and myself to be here today and to see the magnitude of the work that is happening. So there are so many members of our community that we engage with on the front lines. So when my officers can go back to our station and know that we have some of these backpacks and know that we have some of these sleeping bags, we're able to put them into the hands of the most vulnerable members of our community who need them at that time. So thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. It truly is a privilege to be here.
Thank you for keeping Caledonia safe.
Thank you, Dr. Gimlet. I'd now like to introduce Andre, and he's going to introduce a couple of guests.
Andre for now.
Andre, for now, okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, give yourself a big round of applause for coming out on a Saturday afternoon. I've been able to do this for several years with Jody, and I'm actually a manager of one of the shelters in Toronto, and I cannot explain to you the impact and the work that you guys have done today and how it was going to help so many people today. There's over 2,000 people in the city of Toronto who cannot even find shelter. Every one of these kids that you guys put together today will reach those hands. And you will be making people's lives different for the moment and for the day. So thank you for thinking about somebody else apart from yourself and giving out to people who are in desperate need of what you guys have done today. So from the bottom of my heart and the people who are out there, we say thank you. I hope we don't see you again next year, but if we do, let's make it bigger and better. Thank you.
So one of the things that we always like to do is to really tell the stories, because people, have stigma about what it's like to be homeless. And the board and I are always constantly trying to tell stories of real people, and it takes a lot of courage to come up here and talk about why are you in this situation. But Michelle, I am so glad you're here today, because these are the stories that our politicians need to really hear that will move the dial. So I'm going to introduce Joseph. Joseph, thank you. And I want you to, Joseph is unhoused, and he's going to tell you his story.
I'll try not to cry. My name is Joseph. I'm over 50, and I have been residing in the Rexdale shelter since May of last year. I was sideswiped by life. I lost my job. I was unemployed for 5 years. Ended up losing my home, and as a result, I'm here. So I'm very grateful to the organization, to the shelter for taking me in and allowing me the opportunity to reintegrate into life.
And Joseph's working.
I am working. I'm a mailman for Canada Post, and still it's too expensive to rent a place. Take care of your debt, take care of my dog. So it's the help is needed and the help is welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. And you know what? We all miss you. You connect with me because we know lots of people, and let's get you the help you need. Okay? Thank you. Stephanie? So Stephanie is also my new friend, and Stephanie's a little shy and nervous, so I'm going to stand with her. I want you to really understand Stephanie's story is very different, but it's a journey, and she's written it down because she really wants you to hear this. So I'm going to give it over to you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name's Stephanie.
Want me to hold this for you?
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm really I have stage fright.
It's okay, you're doing great.
You got it.
My life's been shaped by resilience, survival, and kindness of people who stepped up when I needed them the most. My story includes hardship and loss, but it also is filled with love and moments of grace. It's not finished yet, but my story is proud. I'm proud to talk about it today. I'm born in Calgary, Alberta, to very young parents, and from an Indigenous background. And I was only 3 months old when my mother lost custody of me, and my grandparents from my mother's side stepped forward and took me. They raised me and protected me. My whole family moved back to a small town called Owen Sound in Ontario. My mother came along, but shortly left after. And my father went to build a new family with his new family. And as a child, I moved between my aunts and uncles on my dad's side, but never stayed long. I was always ended up back with my grandparents. My father would take me when he could, but leaving me an outcast never felt I never felt wanted by anyone, and the abandonment was real. Moving around often as a child, with my grandparents, I had a good childhood. They taught me values, responsibilities, and compassion. When I was 7 years old, they bought me a pony. It changed my life forever. I grew up my grandmother worked at a non-domestic horse or animal rescue, and I grew up caring for animals most people would see in zoos. Horses became my passion, and at a very young age, I became a trail guide, spending most of my free time riding horses. Learning confidence, discipline, and independence. Those years were my happiest. When I was 13, my grandmother went to Calgary, and I started rebelling. I started smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, and at 14, it changed my life forever. At this time, most kids felt safe in Owen Sound, but one night after leaving a friend's house across town, I got into a stranger's car and I was raped. I went to the hospital and reported to the police, and afterward my anxiety became overwhelming, and I turned to alcohol and drank until I experienced alcohol poisoning, and that moment scared me enough to stop. At 15, I became pregnant with my son, Dominic. His father was abusive, and I made a difficult decision to leave and raise my son on my own. At 17, I started working at a local Mr. Sub. I stayed there for 3 years. Once again, my grandparents by my side with childcare. At 21, I became pregnant with my daughter. Her father and I worked very hard. We saved money, bought a house, fixed it up, sold it, and bought another. We were together for almost 8 years and got married, but violence entered the relationship as well, and I left. I married in 2006, officially divorced in 2009. That same year, everything collapsed. We lost everything. We lost our vehicles, declared bankruptcy, and I lost my grandfather. I felt like I lost everything all at once. My 2 children and I went to a women's center. I slowly rebuilt my life and found a place of my own. After that divorce, I went through more unhealthy relationships, moved on around different jobs along the way, but always tried to keep my children protected. My ex-husband was not my son's father, but when my grandmother's car broke down one day, the same day the custody hearing, it resulted in him keeping both my kids from me. My son eventually rebelled and came back to me, but my daughter was kept from me for 3 years. That separation was the most painful experience I've experienced in my life. In 2013, I never had a sense of belonging. Like, I couldn't find a calling, so I took a leap of faith, and I moved to Toronto with my father. I turned to alcohol, and things got complicated again. I received my first DUI. When I was at least expecting it, the horses found their way back in. Behind where we were staying, ex-race horses were once again my anchor. I entered into another relationship. Together we ran farms, rescued horses, bred them, and at one point we cared for nearly 30 horses. I officially started work at Woodbine Racetrack. We both worked full-time, struggled to keep everything afloat. My partner said we wanted to help. They moved in with us and started a marijuana grow operation in the unfinished basement. The police showed up, and for the first time, I went to jail for 3 days. I was terrified. My grandmother and my aunt drove hours. And once again, my life was up in shambles. My family that stood by me helped me. Problems continued with neighbors, fencing, and finances at the farm. In 2015, I hired Orlando. And he helped me. We worked tirelessly with the horses. But eventually we were forced to sell and give most of the horses away. Some raced at Woodbine and some at Fort Erie, but the trail followed again. I began drinking again and received another DUI and lost my license for 3 years. Still, I managed to keep 2 horses. Then we moved to Bolton, where I rescued my dog named Psycho from the neighbors who had abandoned and abused him. At just 5 months old, he's never left my side. I continued boarding the horses facing more problems, neglect. Finally, I found a safe place for them. In 2003, I went to a 30-day in-house alcohol program where I got help. And when I got home, I discovered my partner of 9 years gave me 1 week's notice, packed a bag, and left. He was lying about paying the bills and secretly saving up for his own apartment while I handed him my paycheck every week. I was left with nothing. Once again, my son, now a father himself, moved in with me, along with his family. Around this time, a few months went by. Rolando and I became partners. Trying to support each other, the landlord was harassing us for money, and my ex-partner never paid. I went to court with my landlord and tried making payment plans, but continued to struggle. Before our eviction date, we found a place. We gave them first and last month's rent, only to find out it was a Facebook scam. And then we would never see that money again. My son's partner and 3 children were to go with her sister, and we found a place where we weren't able to move into for a month. We ran out of options, and we were going to spend a night in a hotel across the street from where I work, and then buy a tent in the morning. But when we walked into the hotel, we were told it's a shelter. After everything, this was the moment that we acknowledged we truly were homeless and needed help. What happened next was nothing less than a miracle. We were welcomed with kindness, dignity, and compassion. They allowed me to keep my dog, which has been one of the biggest struggles I've ever faced in finding a place to live. I thought we would stay only briefly, but when my son's girlfriend and her children were struggling to find housing, I gave them my apartment that I had paid for prior to finding the shelter, so they wouldn't be homeless. While in the shelter, I finally received help that I've been looking for a long time. I got my long-form birth certificate and applying for my First Nation status. I remember calling my grandmother and telling her how lucky we were. The kindness, the support, the food, and the care I received here is like a blessing. My story is in progress, but today I stand grateful and strong and hopeful. Thank you to everyone who makes this place possible, and thank you very much to everybody. And you didn't just give me shelter, you gave me dignity, safety, and strength to keep going. Thank you.
And, you know, this is the story of turning around your life and having hope. And you're with Andre and his whole team. And I know that life is going to get better for you. All right? And thank you for being vulnerable and sharing, guys. This is the wonderful humans that we are here to help you. And thank you. All right? All right. We're back. Rhonda?
Yeah. Rhonda Best, who is a board chair, is going to come and say a few words. Tough to follow, but Rhonda?
Oh, this is the last time you could hear me today. I'm sure you're all happy. 12:30 is when the vehicles will start to roll back in. So please make sure that you're at your stations as designated on your badge. So just a reminder, 894 front, 894 back, next door 890. And a reminder, we are not going to walk down and around the building and down the laneway where all the vehicles are. We're going to go out the back door in the corner and cross over safely. I want to thank all of you for coming. I think it's been fun. I hope it's been fun. I know it's meaningful. I know every year when we're fortunate enough to have people come and tell us their stories, I think what I would say is that I've heard so many different stories. But there for the, but for the grace of God, there we all go. Like, it is not hard to become homeless in this city. So I think that we should all think about that. We should be proud of ourselves that we're at least doing something. Jody always likes to say it's just a Band-Aid, but it's something. And we're giving up a Saturday. We're doing something good. We're gonna go home feeling good, knowing that 3,500 people are warmer tonight than they were last night because of what y'all did today. So I really want to thank you. I hope you had a good time. I hope you keep coming back. We need y'all to keep coming back. And happy distribution.
Don't leave. We need you.
Yes, don't leave. Don't leave. We do need you very much. You'll be able to come in the afternoon and take breaks. The teams are big enough that I think you can spell each other off. Take a break, come in, we'll leave the food and drinks set up. Don't be afraid to say I'm cold or I gotta sit down for 10 minutes. We'll leave the chairs. And hopefully the last pickup is scheduled for 3:15. So hopefully everything goes according to schedule and we'll be out of here in good time into our cars with our heated seats and going home to our nice warm beds and our hot showers, bubble baths, whatever your pleasure is. So thank you and happy distribution.
I'm just going to walk around and show the amount of sleeping bags and kits here. Thanks to all the media that showed up to cover this. It's absolutely phenomenal here. How many things have been packed. So many people here helping. There's a huge production line here earlier. Right down the center here. And now we're all ready to load them into the trucks as was indicated. So about 140 social service agencies are going to show up here with all sorts of vehicles, types of vehicles. And all those bags that you just saw are nicely packed into these boxes. And they're going to be loaded onto the trucks that come in. So thanks a lot for watching this. EngageandChange.org is a registered charity. They run Project Winter Survival. Donations are always welcome, and you can do them online there. So, thanks very much for watching our press conference. And if there's any media out there that are watching this and want to do a story on it, feel free to use this video and any of our pictures that are up on our social media. Engage and Change. It's Instagram and Facebook and wherever you can find Engage and Change. There'll be some pictures and you're welcome to use them. Thanks.